Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Now, we all know that YouTube is full of step by step guides for starting your own dropshipping business. And I don't want to waste your precious time repeating already available information on this platform. Here is a guide that I found helpful to get your dropshipping business started. Link is in the description. Now, what I want to do is explore a specific problem that's given me a real headache because there weren't any current guides, so I had to navigate this on my own. That problem is creating your own Amazon listing. Like many of you, I found that the tutorial videos I watched didn't reflect the current state of the Amazon website. Even videos as recent as 2023, like this one on the left, were no longer helpful because they weren't up to date. For instance, this video instructed me to click a button that was no longer available, and other tutorials advised me to borrow information from other listings. However, this would force me to sell under someone else's listing. This experience was frustrating, and I'm sure that many of you can relate. That's why I'm committed to providing an updated 2024 tutorial on how to create your own listing on Amazon. Assuming that you've created your Amazon seller account, firstly, you want to go to Add Products on the left. Now, once you've arrived at this page, you want to click the Blank Form tab and then press Start. Now, for the item name, you would want to put as many keywords in the title so that when the customers search for your product listing is most likely to appear. Now, for example, I want to do flower wrapping paper. So I would want to put into the name flower wrapping paper bouquet and put in as many keywords. Like for example, like maybe my paper is waterproof. And obviously I would want to put in more keywords, but for the sake of this demo, I'll just leave it at this. Now, Amazon will assign you a product category or product type. And in this case, my flower wrapping paper would be categorized as a gift wrap. So whatever your product is categorized as, just click confirm. And now all of these uh, questions drop down. And so now, depending on your product, it will have variations. Maybe it might be in size, weight, or color. For flower wrapping paper, maybe I would want to sell different colors. So I would want to click this product has variations and then click color. And for the brand name, for most Amazon sellers, for most new Amazon sellers, we probably don't have a brand name. So you would want to click this product does not have a brand name. And essentially what this does is it gives you a UPC exemption, and so that you don't have to own a brand in order to sell on Amazon, and it'll just create your own ASIN code for you so that you don't have to worry about that. And you can start selling on Amazon without creating your own brand. So click next. So for the product description, this comes on the product detail page. So yeah, just write down like whatever you want to describe your product. So this is a high quality flower wrapping paper, perfect for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. And yeah, obviously I would want to make this longer, but for the sake of this video, I'll just keep it at that. And for the bullet points, so this is a really important one because it shows up on the listing page and it's what the customers read when they click into your product listing. So, for example, I would want to give some brief bullet points like the product is waterproof and durable. And then I would just want to give a brief description about that. Like, for example, the waterproof, you don't need to worry about getting the paper wet. Uh, and yeah, and you can add as many bullet points as you want. Like maybe it's also um, like perfect, like it's the appropriate size for your flowers, and then you would want to write some stuff about that, and then yeah, there's like a lot more categories you can do. You can add as many bullet points as you want. And for the images, so you could add up to 9 images, and Depending on whether your product is going to have variations or not, this will show up on the product listing. If your product has many variations, this what we're creating right now is just the parent product listing, and the child, like the child listings, which are going to be like, for example, the parent listing is going to be the flower wrapping paper, and then the child listings are going to be like red flower wrapping paper, pink flower wrapping paper, blue flower wrapping paper, and those photos that you put into the pink flower wrapping paper, red flower wrapping paper is what actually shows up. So but yeah, depending on your product, you're gonna want to put images into here. And yeah, that's done with the first page. So I'm just gonna upload an image just to showcase that. So for example, let's just pick this one for my flower wrapping paper. And yeah, for mine it actually doesn't matter, but I just wanted to show you uploading a picture onto there, what it looks like. Okay, and now, so now once you've completed everything on the page, like the red check mark on the top tab will disappear. So now we want to go to the next one, which is product details. So material. So in this case, the flower wrapping paper is going to be made of plastic. And the number of items is basically how many items are, how much quantity is coming in one package. For example, if I'm selling flower wrapping paper, we might be selling like 15 or 20 flower wrapping papers in one bag, in one package. So yeah, we can put, we're selling 20 flower wrapping papers in one package. But for example, if you're selling something like an iPhone case, you might only be selling one iPhone case at a time. So your number of items would be one in that case. So for the occasion, just put whatever your product would most likely be popular in. For example, for flower wrapping paper, this would be Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and you can put up to 5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can put up to 5 occasions, but you don't have to fill up all 5, but it would just be better too. So the item form. So this is how your products will come in. So my products are in a bag in this case, but depending on how your product is delivered, you will want to select a different option. So now for the unit count. In my case, because I am selling 20 flower wrapping papers in one bag, I will be, in one package, I will be putting 20 as the unit count, and I would want to put count. And now for the gift wrap capacity ID, gift style ID, and gift wrap type ID. So many of you have probably had a challenge with this. How I overcame this challenge was I just put zeros on all of them, because basically what this is it's asking you whether your product can be gift wrapped or not, and if you want it, and if the customer wants it to be gift wrapped. And in my case, because I'm selling flower wrapping paper, I do not want my product to be gift wrapped, so I just put zeros in all of them. Okay, so now as you can see, the red exclamation mark has disappeared. And by the way, you would probably want to fill in some of these fields like the item dimensions, but it's just not a required field right now. But yeah, if I was going through this process on my own without this video, I would probably fill in everything I know about the item dimensions, even if it's optional. So now onto the variations. So we can, because I selected color, I can add my colors here. So for example, I'm gonna add a pink one and a, let's say a red one and a purple one. And here we can add an image, like for example, here is a pink flower wrapping paper, which I can add to the listing, and then there, your image will show up for each individual color. And these variations, by the way, are the child listings. This product identity, description, and product details are all for the parent listing, and these are the child listings: pink, red, and purple. So we will offer it in a new condition, and my price is, I don't know, let's just say $10 for the sake of this video. And for the quantity, you would want to put 0 for now, because you don't want anybody to buy your product while you're creating the listing and you don't have any products yet. But to show the variations in the Amazon listing, I will show you how to do that later, and you will have to change the quantity. And I'll go more into depth later. And yeah, so you would want to do this for all of them. Let's just say it's all $10, and you could hypothetically make one child listing more expensive than the other, and I just wanted to show you that you could. And yeah, let's say they're all new, but purple's just more expensive, so you could do that as well. So we'll just put zeros here first, and we'll change it later. And yeah, so now as you can see, the red exclamation mark for variations is now completed. So now we can click offer. So assuming that you want to do Amazon FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon, you would want to click this, but you could also click Amazon FBM, which is fulfilled by the merchant, and you send the products to the Amazon warehouse. Again, that's covered in the Amazon guide, in a lot of Amazon guides on YouTube, and I won't be covering that today. So for the item dimensions, these are required for the Amazon shipping. So you would want to put in, like, for the sake of this video, let's just put 22.5 inches. So you're gonna have to pick the units, inches, and then let's say 22.5 by 22.5 inches, and then the height is 2 inches, let's say. And then the item package weight will be 0.5, let's say 0.5 kilograms. And yeah, you could change the weight unit if you wanted to. And now for the last bit, we're gonna need to do the safety and compliance tab. So in my case, I am going to order my products from China, so I would want to say China because my manufacturer is in China. Are there batteries? So in flower wrapping paper, no, there are no batteries. And dangerous good regulations, click not applicable. All right, so now that we have completed all of the required fields, we are ready to submit our product listing. So here, thanks for submitting your listing. If approved, changes will reflect within 24 hours. But what I've noticed with the many listings that I have created, it usually takes less than 24 hours for it to take effect. So just click done. Now that you've waited some time for your Amazon listing to appear, you want to go to menu, inventory, and manage all inventory. So now here you can see your listing. My table looks different because I have created some previous listings, but this is the one that we created: flower wrapping paper, bouquet, waterproof. And because we created 3 variations of color, we can click this drop down to see all of our variations: pink, purple, and red. So yeah, that's how you create your own listing. If you click into the product name, you can see, yep, we created all of this from scratch. And yeah, so that's how you create your own listing. But what you might notice is that we don't have the variations on our Amazon listing. Like, for example, in this one, this is an established Amazon seller, and you can click which color you want. You can have black here, you can have red black, you can have white, you can have fresh, and you have all of these variations that you can click all from one listing. And even though we have even though according to our variations we have pink, purple, and red, ours does not show up on this listing. So now I will be showing you how to do that. So now you want to, first step is to change each variation to fulfillment by Amazon, fulfillment by merchant. So yeah, you can do that. Just do that to all of your child listings. You do not want to do that for the parent listing. So all of the variations, like all of the colors. So here, change the fulfillment by merchant. And then change the fulfillment by merchant. Oops. And there. Once all of your products have been changed to fulfillment by merchant, now you want to set the pricing high for each variant, but not too high to trigger Amazon gouging alerts, like price gouging alerts. So you can do that by clicking down on the drop down, and then let's set it to maybe $30. We're just doing this that we can make the item available, but the price is too high for people to buy. So that, yeah, we can see our listing come up, because to show the variants in the Amazon listing, the product has to be available on the Amazon page. Your listing has to be available to the public. So by doing this price inflation, we can basically have our product available and have nobody buy it at the same time. But yeah, just be careful not to set it too high that it triggers price gouging alerts. So once you have that, you want to click save for all the prices. Okay, and then as you can see, it still says available it's not available yet, but you can refresh the page, and yeah, and now you can change it. So now you want to change the available quantity to 1, and then you can press save there, and then yeah, and then this one might you might have to refresh again to do this one. And yeah, there we go. Even though this number says 0, it takes 15 minutes for the Amazon website to update. So you might have to wait some time for this to happen. But once you have done this entire process, and then you go into the Amazon listing, you will be able to have all of these different colors. Like for example, in my own listing that I have created before, in this one, I have created my own variations using this exact same process. So yeah, just wait 15 minutes for the availability to come up on the Amazon website, and then you will be able to see your variations. Thank you.